Hey guys, in the last video we were talking about meditation and development, and I guess I would just sort of like to take a video to talk about some of the ideas that Wilbur just did yesterday during his lecture slash, um, I guess you could say it was a big seminar. Genpo Roshi was there. I wasn't there. I watched it live on I think it's called Open Sky Network or something like that. Yeah, but I watched the live feed of the talk, and I've heard rumors that Wilbur may not be speaking as much anymore because of his health, but all the best to him, and hopefully everything will be alright with him. But his message during the talk was on point, and it just brought up a really good subject, which is if we're capable of helping ourselves develop spiritually, cognitively, if we're capable of evolving, then by all means we should take advantage of it and learn how to cultivate ourselves in the garden of our minds and hearts and spirits. Um, I mean, it's almost in a way, one thought I had about it, it's sort of like learning to domesticate a plant. By that I mean, when you're just picking fruit off, wild trees and such, there's a particular art with that. But if you're not really aware of why you're successfully growing plants or why you're successfully um, what makes a good garden, then it's gonna end up, yeah, it could come out the right way, or it may not. It may have more potential. Um, so really, it's just like learning how to domesticate our minds, and not tame, but actually just learn how to cultivate it in a garden. Learn what needs to be grown and how and why, and just go ahead and do it. Um, Sustained in a sustained way. So this is sort of what Wilbur's talk reminded me of: how to take evolution carefully into our own hands. We can't do whatever we want. That wouldn't fit with the metaphor, and it wouldn't fit with the way we are either. As human beings, we need to. We have certain limitations. There are certain rules. There are certain ways we can grow, and it's not always um, just do whatever you want sort of thing. So Wilbur's definitely not saying that, and I definitely don't think that's what it means to take evolution into our own hands. It means to learn learn about the body, learn about the mind, and learn about the soul, and try to find the best teachings on that and apply it to your own life so that maybe you can give something back by being more grounded, and you'll produce fruit in a way, in the same kind of way as a garden. You'll give something back to the world as you're growing and as you're developing yourself. If you do it in the correct way, instead of getting bloated with selfishness and egotism and boomeritis and all that. So developing the self is very important in society, because you are going to give that, all that you are, back to the world in your talks with people, and your interactions, and your job, and your writing, in whatever field you do. And it could be the smallest field too. It could just be working at a cashier. Whatever little bit might help society in some way, might influence it in some way. So it's really, we're talking about an active engagement into personal development, and thus an active engagement into influencing collective development. So Wilbur mentioned all of these points, and of course he mentioned the best way to do it actually is, I guess you could say, the crux or axis on which this whole thing is going to turn is meditation, a spiritual, meditative states that help bring you through all of these points of views, that help you integrate everything, because at all of our centers we are just simply being. Awareness is at our center, so there's no need to necessarily develop an integral language. There's no need to develop any kind of particular metaphysics or philosophy. The, the garden can be grown with whatever handbook you have. So, or maybe no handbook at all. So, yes, I guess that's where I'll end here. Um, Maybe in a future video, I think I would like to talk a little bit about personal development. What is this like? What sort of tools can we use? And I'm reading one book right now called Western Body, Eastern Mind. No, Eastern Body, Western Mind. And it combines psychology with the chakra systems of personal development. So something like that would be a great idea. One of the other potential realities in the human being that can help development is also our ability to, during meditation, that you will find is our ability to take ourselves and differentiate our awareness. We have a habitual thinking mind, we have a habitual feeling, we have all these habits and tendencies, and what meditation does is it takes you out of them for a little while so you can reflect upon them and just simply be and observe them. That isness that all of us have, that bare awareness, that's a very crucial tool for developing a more integrated or holistic worldview, because it can help, it helps chop down or pull apart any kind of misconceived notions about what's perhaps some imbalances that are in your life. You'll be able to notice them more. And then intellectually, philosophically, they'll help you notice imbalances in your way of thinking, not just about yourself, but about the world. Maybe there are better ways of seeing the world more organically, naturally, intuitively, without sacrificing the rational mind. And if you begin to rely on this more personally in your own development, if you begin to flourish through this particular stage of human development, then once again, you can help the world. But it's all really about meditation and self-reflection and reflecting upon the greater whole. So I guess I'll end there for this video. Thanks for listening, and make a response video or comment or reply.